Hello and welcome to High Caliber TV, your source for figure and model updates every Wednesday and Friday. So today we're looking at the Trumpeter LAV3 that I did probably a year and a half ago, and it was never really finished, so now it has the task of being my guinea pig for weathering techniques for the Abrams. I don't really want to start something and try it out without having tested it first on the Abrams, since the Abrams is so close to being done. So what I'm using here is the MIG FAQ book recommended horizontal surface weathering technique, where you take a whole bunch of oil colors, then you sort of put them, they blend them around, mixing the colors out evenly, and then I'm going to take some mineral spirits once this has set for a minute and blend it all together, work them all in. And if anyone has done this or has any tips on this, please leave a comment or give me a message or something like that, because I really want to make sure that this works, and hopefully if it works well, I'll try it out with limited use on the Abrams, probably on the turret, the horizontal surfaces on the turret, just to give them a little bit more wear and tear, because that's where the crew would be working around mostly. So yeah. So what I used for this was just basically all the oil paints that I had on hand, which aren't much, but I also had a red, and so yeah, just sort of blatted them all around. They suggest that you start with the light ones and then work your way down, so that's what I went with. So there is obviously more yellow and green, less burnt umber and black. But yeah, I'm gonna let this sit and then we'll be back in a second. Bye. So we're back, and after all of the blending with the oils, you can see here the difference. Everywhere where the oil sort of blending worked, the color is far more saturated, not to mention broken up a little bit. You can see sort of where there was more dominant yellow, and especially the red, which means I probably won't use red again, or if I do, it'll be far more conservative, because you can still sort of see certain areas where the red pokes out. But overall, I'm really happy with the way this worked. Like I was saying, it's saturated a bit more, so compared to this, which wasn't touched with the oils, and this panel here, which was, you can definitely see a change. Now, on other parts here, I went with the same sort of overall technique, only this time I only used yellow and a bit of burnt umber on the whole side here. And you can see areas like here, here, and here where the burnt umber were really strong, and I streaked it down with a little bit of mineral spirits, specifically. The yellow really works for dust, I've found, but I think when it comes to the Abrams, I'm probably going to use it a little bit more conservatively again, because it's almost too yellow. Either that, or over top of the oils, I will put another little thin layer of pigments, just to make it look like I didn't use yellow oil paint on it. Now, the next bit here on the back, I experimented with the burnt umber and the black, especially the burnt umber. As you can see, it turned out fairly well. It added a lot of much needed depth to it in sort of areas like this, where it was more, don't want to say splashed on, but the sort of the technique that I used was more splotting than sort of breaking up. So that worked out fairly well, I think, as well. And this one here, especially, burnt umber and the black, were used to create just a basic wash, thinned down heavily with mineral spirits, and then streaked in certain areas to create sort of a grime look, which I really dig. And I think I'm going to use that sparingly on the Abrams, definitely, because this whole side beforehand was really monochromatic, and the bolts here weren't accentuated very well. So I'd go over them, similar things on the Abrams with this technique. So overall, really happy with the way this first attempt worked out. The LAV, if somewhat patchily, is definitely has a lot more character to it now, which is neat. So yeah, thanks very much for checking this out. Follow us on Facebook, Pinterest, and Twitter for stock updates and Workbench stuff like this. Yeah, if you've ever tried out oil rendering, oil blending, filters, things like that, leave a comment, give me a message, let me know what you found works, what you found doesn't work, and I'll see you next time. Bye.